Wasn't that bad?
All right, I showed the time to be 5:27 on, 5:37 on May 13th, 2016. We will call a special meeting of the Somervell County Hospital District to order. Show that we're absent Paul Harper, Eugene Brode, and Dr. Burrows. We do have a quorum. All right, item number 3 is discuss and if necessary take action on amending approval of minutes from previous meetings from basically the 28th of April 2016 for a 7 o'clock meeting, which was our last regular meeting.
I've looked them over, they look to be in order, and I'll move that we approve them.
Okay, we have a motion, we have a second.
I'll second.
Any further discussion? All in favor, raise your right hand. All opposed, same sign. Show that it passes 4-0. Item number 4 is canvass of Somervell County Hospital District election. So I guess we'll start with Ms. Gartrell and Ms. Bowden, and they'll give us a synopsis of what happened.
Like the ballots and how many were on election day and how many were early
Well,
voting?
but from the get-go, you verified that the voting machines were printing out correctly. And
And they were empty to start with.
right.
And we did 7 days of early voting and 1 day election day. And we had a total of, early voting was 411 people. Election day was 248.
Any contested registered voters or anything? Anybody that was turned away?
No,
All right.
no provisionals.
Did we get any mail-in ballots? And
We
just,
got 20.
did any of them come in after Saturday at 7 o'clock?
Oh, I didn't know that. Saturday.
We haven't had any.
Right. No, part of the reason we waited today, I realize it wouldn't make any difference to the outcome of the election, but in order to get a mail-in ballot, it's not just a phone call you make or tell somebody, hey, mail me one. You have to fill out a form, blah, blah, blah. We have to mail it out. And so any ballot that was mailed in the world, like for our service people overseas, et cetera, if they mailed one in Japan on last Saturday night at 7, we have to give them 5 business days to get here. And so since the post office closes at 4, anytime after 4 o'clock today gave them the ability to vote in this election.
I would say probably most of the mail, the people that request a ballot by mail, it's, they do it for every election and it's a reoccurring thing for them.
Right.
But all those are counted in with everything else.
Yes, as long as they're signed, they have the application they have to sign, and make sure they sign. Then we had 20 come back,
Right. How many we send out roughly, do you know?
42,
Right.
wasn't it 42?
I was thinking it was 40-something, but
38, and then 5 were overseas or military.
Yeah.
okay. Anybody have any questions? Are y'all happy with it?
Is that the results?
Yes?
Is this the results for everything or one section?
This was early and this is day of, is that correct?
I'm not sure.
Whatever it says on top.
This one says early, so it's not a,
This is a compilation of both, apparently.
The biggest stack is the early one.
Yes.
right.
This is the printed and the handwritten compilation of both.
And Ron, you've probably been through this more than all the rest of us put together. Is there anything we ought to be doing? or
Well,
not doing?
You can say that in a way and a way not, because the paperwork's always handed out to the commissioner's court.
Right.
And they look at it. I don't, as a county attorney, I didn't look at them, so.
Well, I have every faith that Ms. Gartrell and Ms. Bowden do what they're supposed to do down there.
Sure.
And leave 99.99999% up to them. I just think we have the diligence to just kind of double check, but in looking at it,
We
as
did
went
make
through the
sure each
process.
person knew to vote for 5 if they wanted to.
Right.
We made a point to.
Right. And thank y'all for doing this for us. I realize we pay you, but it's not enough to be away from home that much. Poor Tom had to mow the yard. I know. Usually he's got a pretty good hand out there that does about as much as he does or more maybe, but I ain't gonna say nothing.
Did y'all want the results broken down in a different way or presented?
No,
in a
just following
different-
through. Y'all did it kind of like I expected. You know, I'm always curious how many early votes were, how many day up. And typically in these kind of elections, we don't have many contested registered voters, but
Oh, I see.
I read something here, and I guess part of the reason for me to ask that, I read something that during the last presidential election, which was 2012, it was staggering how many people were turned away at the polls for that particular election. And when I say hundreds of thousands that had went off the rolls because you have to vote in the presidential election, and if you miss 2 in a row, then you automatically go off the registered voters' rolls. And so there was people that showed up to vote that had been registered for 52 years or whatever the number was, and they weren't. And I was just curious if we had that, because we do have time between now and November to rectify that if we had some problems at this particular
I
level.
wasn't aware of that,
Right?
that their name comes off.
Everybody came to vote was on your list. Surely if it's on their list, that means they're current registered voters, right?
Right. All right, any other questions or discussion? Anybody gonna make a motion?
I move we accept the results of this election.
All right, we have a motion, do we have a second?
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second, any further discussion? All in favor, raise your right hand. All opposed, same sign, show that passes 4-0. All right, for our very last action item, if somebody would like a motion to adjourn.
And the new board is going to have to actually approve the minutes, so it's good that there, a lot of them are here.
Yes.
Yes.
So we have a motion, and did we get a second?
Yes.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? I'd just like to say, I would like to thank the current board for what they did. It was a laborious 2 years for some of us, but somebody had to do it, and thank y'all for doing it.
Thank you.
We have a motion and a second, no more discussion. All in favor, raise your right hand, and we're done.
Archer, that.
Okay, and
Y'all can't depart.
it shows to be adjourned at 5:45 on